Hello guys and welcome back to the weekly forecast. Right here we are looking at US30 and right now we're gonna plot our weekly low and somewhere plot our weekly high. Right? Let's go to the 4 hourly candlestick formation. On the 4 hourly we can see that pattern forming right there where we had our first touch, our second touch, and you can see that the market did break below that pattern. You can see this one right here. But you can see we are way far below that one. And you can also see this area of resistance right here. This is our strong area of resistance because the market is below that area. That's an area of resistance. And let's zoom in. Right, looking at that. Just for most touches, just for most touches, and then we're gonna plot. This is gonna be a high for us, right? This is also gonna be another high. So what we are looking for in US30 is that the market coming back to bounce that area, right? Retesting that area, market open, coming to our weekly low, and then now we'll be looking for buy setup. But if upon market open, the market should close below this resistance area, turn it into support. We'll be now looking to take our buys. So this being our first target, that our second target, and that our overall target, right? On the hourly, we can see that the pattern hasn't really changed that much. But yeah, that's gonna be it for US30. Now looking at Ger40 again, we are gonna plot our weekly low and we're gonna plot our weekly high. Now remember, let's go to our weekly lows and our weekly highs are just what we expect the lows for the market to be. Right? The market might come and hit and break below, give us a retest and still create lower lows, and it might come and hit our high for the week and create higher highs. But this is just the area that we expect the market to be playing around with, depending on the volatility of the coming week. Right? And looking at this area right there, we had our first touch or second touch. So if the market was to build up that upwards momentum, also looking at this area right here, looking at this area right here, it's a strong support, right? It was a strong support, but now the market is below it, so we turn it into a resistance area. So if the market can come back, give us a retest, we'll be looking to high until this area right there. Let's see this area. Yeah, but this we're gonna be looking at that. We could have first touch or second touch or third touch. We have that fake out right there, the false breakout. But the market did come back in. So if the bearish momentum was to continue and break out, we'll be looking at this our sell target and looking for buys at this area. Alright. Let's zoom in. Let's see this area right there, giving us our first touch. First touch, second touch, and we're looking at the market creating a third touch before shooting back up, because now that confirms our downward trend. We are still in a downward trend, as you can see. Right, we aren't looking for upward trend, but we are at the bottom of that downward trend, so we're looking for buy setups. This being another high for us, high area, and this also being another high area. So if the market was to pull up, we'll be looking at this our first target, our second target, our third target, and our overall weekly target. But yeah, we'll just be observing that throughout the week. That's gonna be it for Germany. Again, our fundamentals, our fundamentals are important. You can see how the big role they played in the previous week and in the week before that, with we at the start of the week we were bullish, but at the news announcement we went bearish for both weeks. So now it's always important to check your news announcement and your fundamentals. Of course, they are on, your fundamentals are on high, right? Because those have the most chance of moving the market. All regions, of course, they're on high. We are looking for the weekly one. We are not looking at anything, and this South African Standard Time, right? So making sure it's in your screen meridian time zone standard, right? So now on Monday we're not, we might have that might, the German one, for Ger40 it might not have a big impact on, mainly because it's business climate, right? But it might not have a huge impact on the Ger40. And on Tuesday, not really. On Wednesday, no. On Thursday, you see the inflation rate on Thursday might have a big move impact on Germany. The growth rate, no. On Friday, you can see that on Friday we are having a lot of news. The unemployment change as well. The unemployment change and unemployment rate will affect the Ger40, the price index. But yeah, those are a few fundamentals, but not really much that are affecting. We're expecting like high volatility on them, but they are still volatile, but not about the volatility that we saw in the previous weeks. It might be even higher because of the fear of the recession coming, but on a normally it wouldn't be that high. But yeah, guys, it's always important to check your fundamentals, because they will, before you even enter a trade, just look at the fundamentals that are gonna happen during the trade, that for the period you're gonna be in that trade, or just before you enter trade, so that you might, because your technicals might be showing that it's a bullish, but the fundamentals might be negative, and it might go straight crash, or a impulsive downward movement. And it doesn't mean that your technical analysis was wrong. It just means you were not, the fundamentals didn't go in the direction that the technicals were going. So it's always important to check these areas. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the fundamentals. Looking at gold, we're gonna plot our weekly low right there, and then we're gonna plot our weekly high right there. And you can see that this weekly low is a 1593, which is the lowest. The last time the gold reached this area was in the 24th of March 2020. You can see during the pandemic. So you can see we are in a strong area of. And remember, during this time period was when the people are now starting to buy, so we could be looking at a strong push up. Right? Put the 4 hour. You can see that right there, where we had our first touch and second touch, so we might get another third touch. Right? Seeing that this area right here is the area of resistance, This is the high area, and this is another high area. Right? We're going to be looking at this area right here. That's a small resistance zone, but we can see the market playing in that area, coming back to retest that area. As you can see, retesting that area before shooting back down or shooting back up. But yeah, that's gonna be it for gold. On US100, we are then gonna plot our weekly low, and as well, it was in the 10,000s, and that was in the mid 2020 right there, mid pandemic, as you can see. So it was mid pandemic. You can see we did have a strong pullback, but now we can see that we are coming back to retest that area. So really, let's go back and plot our high, because we just planted our low. So this is gonna be our high also for the week. Let's go on the 4 hourly. Alright. The 4 hourly, you can see that we are having this push to the sound downwards. You can put it there where we have our first touch, or you can also put it right here. Alright. Depending on where you wanna put that, draw that line. But with this one, you can see that we can, if we remove this one, we can see that we had a breakout, but we had a resistance area right there. So we should break down, coming back to the trend line. Gonna look at this right here at that downward trend. We are reaching the bottom of that downward trend. As you can see, now we'll be looking for buy setups right here to push back to the upside. We can also see that this is another area of support. As you can see, the market turned down, so you can see the market bouncing back, shooting back up upon market open. Let's zoom in for you for a better view. Right? So as you can see, we can be looking forward to take ourselves like a daily retest, give us another bounce back before breaking up, shooting up to the upside. Right? So the retest, we'll be looking at this area right there. But yeah, that's gonna be it. So if we can also plot this area there, if we want to be conservative, this will be our first target. If the market does break out, that will be our first target. This will be our second target, and that will be our overall target. Right? But if it does break below, we'll be looking at this yellow area right here. But yeah, we'll just be monitoring it throughout the week. And yeah guys, that's gonna be it for you, the weekly forecast in US100. Hopefully like, share, comment, subscribe. Let's learn together, let's grow together. Point out the things that you wanna see, point out the things that I missed. Let's grow in this journey together. But yeah, peace.